Hey, it's Jeff Walker, and today we're going to talk about live events. So in my video last week, I talked about how getting out to live events is it's probably been responsible for about 95% of my success, my financial success in this business. Live events, they're so powerful. So last week I sort of gave you some of the big picture, and I talked a little bit about putting on events. Now this week I want to talk about going to events and getting the most out of them. And I actually came up with a big laundry list. So I've got them, I wrote them down here, and because otherwise I'm just going to forget some of these. So I'm going to have to go quick because it's a big list. So first of all, you want to show up early and you want to leave late. So what I mean by that is get there the day before the event and leave the day after. In fact, for really important events, I like to give myself what I call an integration day. And that's where the day after, I take, and often I'll just stay an extra day wherever the event is. And that'll be the day where I'll sit down with my notes and look at my contacts and just sort of go through and write down how, create a plan for integrating it into my life and my business. So think about that. But also when I say show up early, I mean get down into the lobby a good half hour before the event starts, maybe even an hour, because that is just pure bonus time for you. Because every event you go to, there's the learning, which is hopefully very strong and a very powerful part of the event, but also there's the networking. And I don't really like the term networking so much. I think of it as relationship building or friend making, but that is a huge part of pretty much any kind of any event you'll go to. So when you get down into the lobby before the event starts, that's some of the best networking time or relationship building time there is. So be in the lobby early. Be present. If you can leave your phone in your pocket, or better yet, leave it up in your room. It's better if you can set it up so you don't have to be checking email, you're not doing work while you're at the event. I mean, if you're going to the event, be present there, be at the event, be part of the event. Just the worst thing you can do is be out in the lobby talking on your phone. Everyone else is walking by, making relationships, or they're in the room learning, and you're out on your phone. Why bother going there? So turn your phone on mute. And when you're building relationships, when you're talking to someone, you don't want to be pulling your phone out of your pocket and checking your texts. The big one, sleep ahead of time. And this is the hardest one, because I know, like, anytime I'm about to go on a trip anywhere, it's always a mad rush to get out of town. It's a mad rush to get out of the house. It's a mad rush to get packed. And so you usually go into trips in general, whether they're vacation or business, sleep deprived. I know I do, most people do, but that's not the way to go into a live event. So if you can, try to be rested going into the event. Hydrate during the event. Drink water. A lot of times people will get in this cycle where they're drinking a lot of caffeine in their event, just to stay awake. But you're gonna it's like you're going to pay the piper sooner or later. So stay hydrated, preferably with water. Now, this is the big secret. A lot of people know this, but some people don't realize it. The real business, there's the learning in the room, but the real business at an event takes place in the bar and in the hallway. And that's where relationships are made. Business is purely about relationships. And when I say go to the bar, it's a point of pride to me that my live events, like at Product Launch Formula Live, the bar is absolutely hopping. Like they have to bring in extra staff for the bar. And it's not about drinking alcohol. I mean, like a very good friend of mine is Don Crowther. And I met him over 10 years ago at an event. We met in the bar. Well, the deal is Don Crowther, he's a very, very smart business person, brilliant. And he knows the bars where the business is done. Now, Don has never had a drink of alcohol in his entire life. But he was in the bar because he knows that's where the business is done. So what I'm saying is you don't need to drink alcohol to be in the bar and doing business. So that's where the business is done. One thing you want to do is study the marketing of the event, because usually someone's put on an event, an event that you're compelled to go to, that you feel like you want to go to, they probably know something about the marketing. And a lot of events, they make offers. In a lot of events, they make a lot of offers. Sometimes there's multiple offers a day. And a lot of times people get a little torqued off about the offers. Well, instead of doing that, why don't you study the marketing? Study how the offers are being made. Study what the offers are. Because a lot of times, not always, but a lot of times those are some of the absolute best marketers and best salespeople in the world are the people that are up on stage making an offer. So instead of like getting bummed out about it, take their content and study their marketing. Here's a big one, is make friends. Don't go and say, I'm gonna go line up some affiliates. I went to this one event and this guy was literally walking around with it was a yellow pad, and he would just walk up to you and say, what's your name? Could you just fill out your contact information? He didn't bother engaging me. He didn't bother trying to build any relationship. Didn't know anything about me. Didn't know anything about my business. He went to every single person at this entire event. And there are some serious power players at the event. And I'm pretty sure everyone did what I did. They gave him a fake email address because I never wanted to hear from this guy again. It was just ridiculous. So don't go in saying, I'm looking to line up a bunch of affiliate partners. Go in to build value. Go in to build relationships, and let the whole affiliate thing or the joint venture thing come later. I personally go in to each event saying, I'm looking to make one friend. One good long-term friend, one good long-term relationship. Whether there's someone that might end up, promoting for me or I might promote for them, I don't know. I want to find someone I really resonate with, who I can be friends with. I mean, just like the real world. It's like you're not friends with everyone. You don't resonate with everyone. I'm looking to find one person. And a lot of times it's easy, like to collect a whole bunch of business cards. You get a whole stack of business cards, and you get home and you take them and you throw them in the stack with all the other business cards you never did anything with. It's easy, especially the first few times you go to an event, to just get real excited and talk. I'm going to do a deal with you. Oh, we should work on this. We should do this. And then you get home, and then you just have all these sort of half-baked ideas. Well, go there, find that one or two special people, and have a lunch with them. Get their phone number, and then follow up with them right after the event. Don't let weeks go by. Let a day go by before you start to follow up. And again, you're not following up to say, boy, mail my stuff, be my affiliate, be my partner, be my joint venture partner. You're following up just to get to know them, to further the relationship. It's just like any kind of relationship. If you're looking at, dating someone of the opposite sex or the same sex, I don't care, but you're looking to build a dating relationship, you do that in stages. And it's the same way in business. Here's a big one. Try to be a champion or a connector. There's these, some people are great at connecting people together. My friend Joe Polish is the best connector I know in the world. He just meets so many people and he brings them together. And it's a really powerful thing because it's a very high value thing when you can connect two people together. So like you're talking to someone and maybe their market is dogs, and this other person, their market is, and you're not in the dog market, but then, the next day you're talking to someone and you realize they're in a pet market and they might have some synergy. Then connect those two people. And it's very similar. Be a champion. Like when you meet someone that's really, impressive to you, that you talk to them for 20 or 30 minutes, you're like, wow, this person's really got it going on. Be a champion for them. Go and start to talk about them to other people. Say, boy, have you met Jane? Holy cow, she's right over there. She's, in the blue dress. She's amazing. Let me tell you about her. And then even walk that person over and say, Jane, I just want you to meet this person because I think you guys have some real synergy. Be a champion for other people. Try to build those relationships for other people because it's a very high value activity. And when you build value in the world, it will come back to you in one form or another. This is a huge insider tip. So you're not looking to build those relationships and find your partners. You're trying to find partners for other people. It can be just incredibly powerful. Here's one. Be engaged in the room. So ask questions. If there's a Q&A session, get to the mic and ask a good question. If there's hot seats, volunteer for the hot seats. If there's activities, volunteer for the activities. Go all in, play all out. Just really, really be engaged. Here's a one. If there's a VIP offer, like at my event, we have this VIP offer where you can get seating at the front of the room. You get to go to these VIP lunches. You get a VIP reception. You get, just all these different VIP benefits, and it costs a little bit more. But that is usually some of the highest value money that you can spend, because you're around the other people that are stepping up into their greatness. You know, I had one time I paid $1,000 to go to a VIP dinner. And it seemed, you know, it was a stretch for me, a huge stretch for me at the time. But when I went to that dinner, I made a connection that was worth millions and millions of dollars going forward to me. And that one connection is a great friend of mine. He developed into just a really strong friend, and has been a friend for over a decade now. So the VIP offer, and you know, some events have them, some don't. I started doing them almost by accident, because we had sort of an accidental VIP dinner at my first event. We didn't offer a VIP option, but like all the top players in the market sort of found themselves and had this great dinner together. And I happened to be there. I'm like, I looked around, like, this is amazing. I got to try to facilitate this. So that's why we now have a VIP offer going forward. Try to avoid the Monday crash. So that's like if an event might be like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, then Monday you fly home and it's just like you're on this high, and then you come back and you're like, oh man, it seemed like life was so great when I was at that event, but now it's like, oh man, my energy's down, I'm tired, I'm sort of lost, I don't know what to do first. So when you're taking notes in the class, in the classroom, in the workshop, you know, take notes for information, but have a separate sheet that is for action. That's the way I like to do it. Sometimes I do it on one side might be information, the other side will be action. Or I'll be doing all information, and in the back I'll do a page these are just actions. And then, you know, when you're flying home or you're driving home, or you probably wouldn't do this when you're driving, but shortly after the event, then go to those actions and really star the most important ones and circle the first one you're going to take. So you leave the event knowing what the first action you're going to take. That's how you avoid that Monday crash. You prioritize action versus information. And then finally, just go there and be inspired and be inspiring. Don't go there to be inspired. Don't go there to be a cynic. I mean, you're stepping up. If you're going to travel to an event, or if even if it's in your hometown, if you're going to take the time to go to an event, you know, just be inspired. Just soak it all in. Soak in the people you're meeting with and their greatness. Find the greatness in the people you're meeting. Find the greatness in the people on the stage, and be inspiring. Bring your A game. Just be up. Just be happy. Just be engaged. And it is amazing what if you can do that. If you can be inspired and be inspiring, it will completely change your experience of the event and the results you're going to get. And then the last tip is just get out to live events, because they're awesome. They are life-changing. So I'm Jeff Walker. If you're watching this anywhere besides my blog at jeffwalker.com, head on over there and scroll down, leave a comment, give me a thumbs up, a thumbs down, give me a share, a like, whatever. Give me some kind of reaction, and let's go get them this week.